Okay, YouTube, what's up? Today we got coaching again. 2077 Elo Petra main. He's been playing on and off for a couple years now, and he's trying to push his gameplay to the brink, and that's me. So he only plays Petra apparently. 4K games on Petra between both his consoles apparently. So yeah, and says Sword is his weaker matchups. Everything else is just about fine with him. He just wants to, in general, guys, play better and consistently keep Diamond. He says he can stay above 1950, which should be good. He's 100 elo above 1950 right now, so keep being able to keep it is good. All right, let's get into it. All right, so what's up? You said you want to take a look at this Ragnar game. Has your day been?
My day's been alright. It's been raining all day.
Yeah.
Really haven't been able to do a whole lot.
It's unlucky, but we got stuff to do right now. So, like you said, we'll look at this one, and as of these, I'm just gonna go through them. Great Sword is new, so I don't really want to look into it too much because enough can happen to where it's like, whatever. You have a lot of Qatar games in here, and so these are 3 Qatar games. So I'm gonna look to try to get different stuff, and look at these two since these are 2 different characters and weapons, and then you have a Qatar game last anyway. So we're gonna start with this one, which was a win for you. And yeah.
3, 2,
Um,
1, brawl.
In this first stock in particular, I do sidelight on Orb a little bit too much.
We'll look at it as it goes on, and I'll call it out. This was fine opening, but you can react to what you see. Right here, you start your jump really early. I mean, you start your nair really early. Give yourself like 1 more second, and you can just recovery him, seeing he's above you. Or if you really wanted the nair, you can get closer to him. This is just like a nair being put out, but he's nowhere near you by the time you started. You started it here is your first frame of the nair out of your jump, and he's already started his jump way before that. And just playing on reaction, you're able to see that. But it doesn't really matter. It just makes it so he gets first weapon, and nothing else really happens. Good punish for this, and then you just go for the common read. It's normal. That's fine too. So far, not much has happened because you guys are kind of too far away from each other for anything to happen. If you're going to go for moves on gauntlets, you want to be closer, but it's hard because he's playing axe. I get that. So there's not much I can tell you out of all of what's happened here, mainly because you're all too far away from each other. So sidelights hitting, and it's good. Sidelight hits, and he dodges, and I think by now you've gotten a pretty good idea of where he's going to dodge each time. So if we start from back here, and we'll just speed it up so we can see it faster. Your first sidelight, he dodged to the left, and you go on a bit. Your second sidelight, I think you just do a sidelight and then don't do a second sidelight. He just attacks, I've hit stun, but you dodge, and this dodge doesn't really get you anywhere because you don't really follow up anything with this kind of dodge. Even if he was to dodge with you, like let's say to the right, you've already moved way too far, and he's able to jump out of whatever you want to do. If you wanted to punish something like that, you should never just like chase dodge because it doesn't do anything on a string weapon. You should just land, and then if he was to dodge this way, you can just jump nair at him on reaction. And that's way easier than forcing yourself so far off. The chase dodge could have just been a misinput, but this is realistically what you have better options. On your third one, you see him dodge to the left again, so that's 2 times. I have 3 now. He's dodged to the left, and that's just something you keep track of on your own. And yeah, like that, you can see you're already getting the hang of it. You hit him, he dodges to the left again. It cancels, which was unlucky for you, because he landed and made it a dash, but that was definitely meant to be a dodge. So he has a dodge here again, but he didn't use it. And let's say he didn't have it. This is the same situation, because he didn't use it and he did have it, and that's just if you're not going to use your dodge, you might as well not have it, right? So this is just as good as him not having it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you don't do anything. You just go back down. So you went for the dodge read, you are in a position where you might as well have gotten the dodge, so why don't you do anything with it? You don't follow up your move, instead you just land and then go for another. This looks like another read, realistically. You're fast falling to read him dodging down again. So it's just really unclear what the goal of the entry was if you weren't going to use what you've gotten out of it. You use sidelight really well. The thing is, gauntlets have put in this position where it's like, okay, now you're sidelighting. This guy does never dodges, by the way, and if you've noticed it, just start doing sidelight recovery every single time. They're never going to dodge it. Maybe you want to do sidelight nair. You're playing for reads here, and you're playing against a person that you will never read because he will never dodge. This is like the 4th time you've hit it, and he just decided he wasn't going to dodge. Every other time, he's dodged in the same way, basically. That's the first time he's dodged differently. Every other time he hasn't dodged or he's dodged the left. But as of this game already, you've just hit him. You've consistently hit your gauntlet sidelights, and that's good. This guy doesn't have any pressure on you. He's just swinging moves, and you're punishing him every chance you get. This is kind of random landing. So you come off the platform here and you jump, and you're jumping a lot, but you're not really throwing anything out. So you jump again, and then you just fast. You're not even fast falling. You're just regular falling. On a lot of weapons, yeah, this is the bad position you're gonna end up in. But your weapon is special in the fact that you can Sair. So if you find a chef like this, and he's coming out of stun too, he's in a move right here. So you could just dare him realistically or ground pound him, right? Even though you're out of jumps, the initial play of yours is bad because you have put yourself in a position with no jumps. You are limited now. You can't really do much. But he's also put himself in a terrible spot. So now you can dare him. That's one thing. Let's say you couldn't dare him. You can at least move yourself out of the way with Sairs because of the weapon you're playing. You also have recovery still if you really need to go higher. But you're just like sacking yourself here. You decide that you're going to take the fall straight down, and that's not good for you. You definitely had enough time to just hit him if you really wanted to, though. So don't let yourself just fall like this. Even if it was another situation, he would have just been able to carry under you and sidelight you. He could have gotten a way bigger punish than he did too. So never let yourself fall like that, especially if you have no dodge. This was too fast for its own good. It's just like he comes from a position where you can't think about doing GCD light. And this dare is obviously going to come really close to you, and you do the GCD light super late. It's just like fast inputs is the best way to put it, because you go from this to immediately doing this. It's like, it looks slow, but it was really fast. It was probably really fast in your head. Just put the GCD light out, but it does get you punished. So the GCD light, first of all, you should be doing GCD light way higher. And this has nothing to do with this entire interaction. This entire interaction is something else. But if you're going to look for a GCD light, the point of GCing your moves is because it puts you over a lot of moves. They can't hit this area with a lot of moves. So now you are over them, but you hit this area, and this is a hitbox. So you have hit an entire hitbox, and you are over their entire hitbox coming at you. So that's why you GCD light. You do it very low. It doesn't keep you safe. It defeats the purpose of a GCD light. So try to aim them higher in general in the future. Sidelight again, it's good. He dodges to the left again, so sidelight, and by this point you should just be GC sidelighting the left no matter what you get. He has no dodge there, and you can tell he has no dodge here because it's an aerial dodge. He goes from you sidelight, dodges, and then he comes back down, just recover. He dodges this super late mainly because he didn't have it. You should just recover immediately and you would have gotten it. This was kind of a weird dodge from him, and this is really strange, like in general, because it's like up, just straight up, but then he starts moving to the left anyway, so it's clear this guy likes being to the left for whatever reason. You ensig, and that was honestly not even like bad, because at this point you've got in your head that he likes going to the left. You're keeping track of it yourself in the game. You go for the proper read, so this is not even bad. This was a good ensig to go for. He just did a different dodge for once. You get down aired, and you dash towards him. I don't think there is a world at all where this is good for you. There's waking up with a move, and then there's waking up by just directly running at someone, and it just doesn't make sense to do because they're obviously going to put another move out. No one ever just like hits you. The better you get at the game and the higher you go up, no one's ever gonna hit you and then run away from you unless they're playing something like Hammer, where it's like literally in their best interest to get far away from you after they've hit you. So you just move into them, even though you just lost an interaction. You're in a disadvantaged state, but you move into him, and he doesn't do much with it. He just does 12 damage, but it's bad. You should always, and you do it again right here. You get hit, and your first thing, it could have been a mistake because of the platform, but you just dash at him again. And in another world, he hits you again. So when you get hit, back away. At this point, it doesn't matter that much either what's happened, but you've just thrown out a move back to back to back, and you should just slow down a little bit. Recovery, and you're slow on it, right? I don't think I need to explain this to you. This is self-explanatory. You just have a kill here, and instead of taking it immediately, recovery as soon as you can, you don't. He's able to move out of it. It's really bad for you. Now you're turning into that area of gauntlets where you need to kill him. Sarah's not going to kill him on the map. Recovery is going to kill him grounded, but you're limiting your kill options, and you're not closing the stock on a weapon that's meant to deal a lot of damage really fast, and that's really bad for you. You just need to kill him, and you haven't yet. It's not like you've been at it for too long. He's been red for a bit. You've been able to kill him since like about here, and you've just missed a couple kill options, and that's not terrible because he's not catching up to you by any means, and that's why it's good, but you're giving him a chance to catch up to you, and that's still bad. Yeah, it seems like you're APMing really hard. Doesn't seem like these attacks have a clear purpose, like this ground pound. Just no real reason to do it, even if you were above him. It's just ground pound is super reactable on its startup. See, as soon as you ground pound, he just jumps again. If you were above him, he'd just move out the way. This ground pound comes out of nowhere. It's not really clear, especially since you guys are on the same level as you go for it. If he was below you, maybe, but it just goes from even to you going to hit him from below. I mean, below while you're even. It doesn't exist. Another instance of you moving towards someone as soon as they hit you. You can never do that. And now you've seen it 3 times, so you get it. You see yourself doing it. And
yeah,
at this point, the stock has been even. And most of your damage is from this that you've taken. You've been getting hit here and there. It doesn't really matter. A lot of your hits are you getting APM. This is a wake up. It's bad. Don't do that. It doesn't get punished, but don't do that. So a lot of your hits are just here and there. They're random. It's not like he's getting big shit on you. He's not punishing you hard. He's punishing like you sparingly, and it doesn't matter. The most times you've taken damage are from you getting hit and immediately moving towards him, as well as stuff like that. The random GCs, the random moves put out. Like right here, this damage you take, and you see how big your lead is. So where does it go so fast? Right there. You move into him. That's 12 damage. You move into him. Immediately, you take another 12. That's 24 damage. And by this point, you're starting to slip away your lead. You downlight, and then you bow spot dodge. And I like how close you keep to people. You keep close, and that's fine, but you don't keep close enough. Like this Nair, he's just jumping. He's too high, and you go for it. And it was about the same time, so you can't be too much at fault. But you should always try to jump with your Nairs because it will carry your momentum down. And this is what I'm talking about with the APM. You just do Nair and downlight immediately. And it's a weapon that outranges you, so it's not really going to work. Clashes back and forth. Don't kill him here again. And Sig. And then another instance of you taking 12 plus, like, what, 22 damage for moving back into him. And that's about, the first one was 20, and now you've taken about 60 to 80 damage just on him hitting you once, and then you move back into him to be hit again. And that's like, that was the damage difference we talked about where you were in the lead. And you took basically 2 combos worth of damage, 3 almost, from moving back into him. And you didn't have to do that at any point. His moves send you away from him, so go away from him. That dare did not put you in a position to run back at him. Even if you were in the air and you did not mean to dash in this platform, that ground pound would have hit you because you dodged into it and it spins on the top too. So always try to dodge away from your opponent unless you have like a reason to be going towards them. And in a lot of these cases, you just don't. he's going to follow up his moves. So he still managed to kill him first. Ground pound was really bad. I think it speaks for itself. I don't have to show you why that was really bad. Okay, solid. Good punish on the recovery. You decide to keep gauntlets. Weapon starve him. No reason not to. Yeah, you just should. Just take his weapon. And if weapon starving is not your thing, which it always should be, you always should weapon starve. So I'm not going to accept that I just don't weapon starve, because you always should. Unarmed is dumb. I'm not going to feud it. But I don't really get what you're doing, because you had your chance to take this weapon, right? But you jump up to it again and again without ever showing that you want to weapon starve it, so he just recoveries you. You could have easily just not been on top of the weapon. Because here's the thing with weapons. If you were to be here and he gets the weapon, you could still hit him. You could still hit him and he would still get the weapon, because the way weapons work in this game is even in stun, you can pick a weapon up. So really, nothing is stopping him from ever getting this weapon if you do not just clear it. The only way you will stop him from getting this weapon is to make it so he cannot pick it up, and that is by removing it from the stage. Every other scenario instance, he can still pick up the weapon. So you just need to clear it. You can hit him if you want. That's some damage. It doesn't get rid of the weapon, but it's damage. The way you were holding on to this position had nothing for you. You had no gain for it. So left, right, above it, standing on top of it does nothing, because he will still pick it up, and no matter what. And that's just how weapon control in general goes. You either want it gone or you don't. That was really nice. It was slow, but it was nice. Your idea was there. So, watch it again. Another sidelight punish. You've gone good at those. He spot dodges this time. You still go for the left read, that's fine. The better you get at the game, the more you'll start relying on reactions rather than reads. You see that spot dodge happen, and then, like I said, you would have gone fast fall into Nair, just because you can react to it, but going for reads is not bad at all, so it's fine. Okay, that hits him. You could have gone something better if you really wanted it, because this is a long punish move. You could just dare him, really, or Sair him. The Nair works, and then he doesn't move, and you go for the ground pound, and that ground pound is good. I don't hate this ground pound, but I hate how slow you did it. I hate that you didn't ground pound instantly. It looks like you're waiting for something. Probably a dodge. We've already gone over how this guy doesn't dodge half the time for some reason. It just seems really slow, and it just is really slow. You're way faster than this. Everyone's way faster than this. You just stand still for so long. It's just you standing still, and then you finally jump and ground pound. You can do that instantly. You could have gone that like probably 2 or 3 frames, honestly. Hold on, you didn't punish this, and that's really bad too. Okay, this is good. You back up, and that's whatever. But this, what is this for exactly? So let's look at what happened here. Dare him. Okay, he's here. He can dodge to here, 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 here. 8 directions. Your punish only covers him going towards you. Okay? And that's whatever, this punish is fine. Your punish only covers around this area. Even if he dodged here, he wasn't going to get hit by it. And that's why I'm confused why you backdashed and Saired. He'd literally have to have ran into that on purpose. So, it doesn't really make sense. Shouldn't do it like that. But, fine. You can still punish this. He is still in the move and still in recovery, but you back and then turn. You know what I'm saying? You see this? Back and then turn. You're just wasting your own time. There's no real reason for why you landed and then turned this way. He still can't move. In a game, you can still see this. You can still see the SIG is out. It's not even like you couldn't react to this or didn't have time. The SIG is still clearly out. You can clearly move. So go for the punish. This is a side light Nair GC down light recovery. That's so much damage. You have him with no aerial dodge, and instead of punishing him, you move away for a bit and then go into punish him, and he gets out for free. You're just missing damage where you could have it. I can't really fault this. It was a bad dodge. You dodged for no reason at all. And this is something that happens everywhere. It happens to everyone. It's not you at all. People dodge for no reason. You are under no threat till you dodged. He's not looking at you. You dodging does not get you closer to him to attack, because it's not a chase dodge. This dodge has recovery. This dodge can be punished. So he just stares as soon as you get into him. Of course, he stares slow, and you do jump almost out, but in higher elo, right, you would dodge there, and immediately they would stare as soon as your dodge started, you would get hit. About the same thing happened here. It's not good to dodge like that for no reason, because you won't be punished until you dodge. They can't punish you for doing nothing. You were just standing here, he was standing here. You had this area, he had this area. You dodged into him, and then he hit you. You had no reason to dodge. He wasn't going to hit you before you dodged. So don't dodge just out of fear. Don't dodge for no reason. Don't dodge like that because you think you can move closer to him and get a move out. It won't work. It won't happen. You're not going to hit him. You finally died, but you've actually got an okay amount of damage on him. This is a reasonable lead to have. Not close enough. And obviously I'm not going to talk about this for long because it doesn't matter. But get closer. Just be closer, be faster. You'll hit your moves better. And that's it. You don't play slow at all, and that's fine. You're actually playing. You play at a good pace, and the better you get at this game, the faster, even faster you can play. But the difference is you'll be making more decisions faster, and you'll be making better decisions. And this is something I say a lot because that is true. You can play as fast as you want, and if you are making all the wrong choices, you will still be bad. So you are making okay choices most of the time. This is a good choice. Like, that nair is fine. You go back into him with another nair, but he hasn't jumped again. So you should be nairing on reaction to him jumping, not just because you think he's going to jump. You shouldn't do anything because you think something is going to happen, because you don't know these people and you don't know what they're thinking. You should act, and this is where it's hard. You make a decision based on what you see, and sure, the game is fast. You have to make those decisions fast. I make decisions fast. You just naired because he'd been jumping, and you just want to nair again. It gets you taking a lot of damage, and once again, I'm pretty sure you dodged into that. I'll check again. Yeah, you dodged. That's not how you get closer to people, and I'll say that right now because you might do it a lot, and I don't want to keep mentioning it. You do not get closer to people by dodging. It is really bad. You end up dodging into stuff like this, and now you have no dodge. That's an extra 17 damage, right? It's not a thing. You don't get closer to people by dodging. I can show you my replays. I can show you anyone's replays. Getting closer to people is not through dodging. It is really bad to do that. You will get... If this was Sandstorm, you would have died. You would have gone end-lighted, nair, thrown backwards, edge-guarded, died. It doesn't happen like that. You don't get to dodge into people. That was a good punish. And then the nair again. A lot of the hits you throw out are good, but you just... too far from him, like a tiny bit far away. If you were a bit closer, you'd have been fine. And spacing is just a thing you learned as you keep playing. You'll learn to be a bit closer when you throw out these moves, and now you're seeing it firsthand, so you're going, oh, if I was a bit closer. Yeah, if you were a bit closer, you'd have been fine. Nair's good. Right here. And this is, and it's, okay, so watch this. Nair's good. And then he dodges. He's still in the air. You dash towards him. And then you stop and turn back. No, don't do that, don't do that. You dash. You see his jump? Now you jump, and you keep on him. You have full pressure on him. He's stuck jumping, stuck in the air. Now you just juggle. Now all you have to do is juggle him. You just keep getting the nairs. So you can easily, in this position you set yourself in, carry yourself with him. He has no dodge, and you are in a perfect angle for your weapon. It's not even just like every weapon could do this. Gauntlets wouldn't be able to do this, would they? Because the nair sends down. You don't get a juggle here. You could still try to get the nair, but it's not the same thing. Here, you have nair, you have another nair, and you have set yourself up to juggle him as much as you want because he made a mistake and then kept his mistake going by jumping. Just follow his jumps. instead, and so many people do this that I've coached so far, they dash just to do nothing. They just turn around. Like, you didn't do anything. You get, like, and you see it yourself here, right? You just didn't do anything. You dashed and then you stopped everything. Why? Was there a real reason? Or did you just stop? Did you have something in mind?
I didn't really have anything in mind. I was just trying to play away from him because I thought he was going to do that dare sooner than he did.
Okay.
So I was just trying to make sure I was not in range of that, but then I ended up getting hit by it anyway.
Yeah, it's because you're not doing anything. He has, you can't do anything because of the dare. And this is something I talked about yesterday in coaching too, and that video will be up earlier. So remember this. Like, look at what you have here. You move back and forth a couple times. You dash, and then you stop, turn again. You cannot react faster fast enough to do anything besides jump or dodge. Your dodge would have gotten you punished here too, and because you can't react fast enough, because you have let yourself stand still, you can't get anything done because you have stopped moving. That is bad. If you stop moving, you won't be ready for when you have to start moving again. So never stop moving. If you need to just control this area, you don't want to give up this space you have, right? That's fine. You don't stand still, or else you're letting yourself be hit as you do. You move back a bit more than you are moving. You dash like this. You see top players dash like this all the time. That way they can still react to stuff. You are moving back and forth in one spot. You're not going to be able to do anything. As soon as they come out with a hit, it's too late. You jumped because that is the normal initial reaction to something coming at you. You jump or you dodge. Now, you did not dodge. That's fine. If you dodged, you probably would have gotten hit anyway because Lance splashes on the ground. What you did do was jump. But you cannot move away and jump. You cannot jump towards him. It's just not good. You're not free for jumping. And so don't stand still if you can avoid it. It is bad for you. Especially when you are better than people. And what I mean by that is obviously you are not straight up better than him, right? Because you are the same elo as him. But I'm better than him. And I'm telling you that I would not stand still here. I would keep moving towards him. We've already gone over how you could have just kept moving towards him. The only reason he even gets a chance at you here is because you stop. You see how he turns? By the time he had turned, you could have kept going on him like we said before, but that's another thing. You didn't keep going on him. Okay, but don't stop moving. Now you're just screwing yourself by stopping moving. See? You just can't do anything. If you move back a bit more, he misses, you punish him. If you kept moving forward, you went on him. You just stood still. That's really bad. You get that? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. Again, you get hit and then immediately you move towards someone. Don't do that. That is bad. That was good. Dodge and then punish. Ensig was just to catch him going over you. I will say that if you are paying attention, this person has no way of ever getting hit by this. And you can tell this before you even start it.
Yeah, that was actually a misinput.
Okay, that's fine then. But he has no jumps. He does have dodge. You have a platform to reset your jumps on. So this is the correct play here. Get on this platform, jumps are reset. I'm going to continue it. He goes up. Now that your jumps have been reset, you can actually hit your recovery here. You can jump twice, hit your nair, recovery. You get whatever you want. Orb below someone is so powerful, and this guy gives himself up in the air a lot of times. But this was a misinput, so I'm not gonna fault it. It's fine that it was a misinput, but I'm telling you for next time what is actually good for you. You reset your jumps and you punish him for dodging. You can't punish him having no jump. You can punish him dodging after having no jumps, because now, and you'll literally see it happen here, the only reason he hits you is because you ensig a misinput. That's fine. He's going to be in free fall, and watch, he free falls straight down because he has nothing else to do. And then he dares you because he got close enough. That was dodgeable, so dodge that. Don't get hit by stuff like that for free. It's just damage you don't need to be taking. Here you should end light. And you have time to react to this to get to end light. You're not far enough away from him to side light, so just end light here. And it's fine. I would say don't do this if they have dodge. Just a thing. Just don't do it if they have dodge, because you can't do anything after. You're stuck for so long. He dodges and then he punishes you. Where in another world, you hit the nair, and then he dodged, and then you hit more nairs. And I'm telling you this, a lot of stuff becomes reacting. You react to what they do, and then you count, and it's going through your head like this: 1, 2, 3. You react to what they do, which is dodge. Okay, this guy is dodged. That's your first react. And imagine your character is still on the ground after that nair. You naired him, and okay, he dodged. Now you have to put everything together. How many jumps does he have left? What moves do I have? What can I do? Where is he gonna end up after this dodge? And you have to put these all 1, 2, 3, 4 that fast. It has to be instant so you can do the next thing. That is where the game becomes hard. Your decision making has to be perfect and fast, right? That's difficult. That's not easy. That's fine. You autopiloted nair recovery when he had dodge up, so you missed and you got punished. Wherein you could have naired him, waited for this dodge, known what options he has other than what jumps he has, where you can go, naired him again. And honestly, I could see myself here, nair, react to this dodge, because the dodge is towards you, which is a common dodge, nair again. You have like 3 nairs in a row just on him making that bad dodge. And Orb is a combo weapon. Orb has a lot of combos, so you can just do combos all you want, and that's fine. But it also has a lot of reads, because the nair sends nowhere. The nair doesn't send you very far. It's like sword nair and hammer nair. Okay, you nair them and then they go very far, so it's harder to stake to them and get more nairs off. Orb nair doesn't do that. You hit the nair and then you can hit another one. You can keep going. And sig was good. And then think you kill him here, so. Okay, well, he killed himself. That's fine. I like the going back to switch the weapons, because I'll just look at it real fast. After this Sair, there's no real commitment, just because he's too high for you to get anything without wasting a bunch of your own options. So you just go back and get the weapon. Get the weapon, you'll kill him next time. And you do, so. You just dodged for no reason again, but I'm not gonna look at it because nothing happened. That was good. That was good. Good 3 hit. Sidelight him. And I'll just show it to you just so you see how free it really is for you. He misses. And immediately you do this, and that's not it. After this miss, don't even do the downlight. It looks at you downlight while it's still out, which means you just did it. You just like had it ready to go. Don't ever have anything ready to go. As soon as the Sair is out, okay, just you don't even have to dodge because it's not gonna hit you. I don't know if you can tell it's not gonna hit you, but it's not, and that's okay. That's another thing. That's fine. So just stay here. This is one of those times you can stand still, but just like not even because you're standing still, just because he's in a move that's not gonna hit you. So you want to be ready to punish it. As soon as the Sair ends, you just walk up a bit and you sidelight him. And that's why you stand still, so you don't end up misspacing your sidelight. You can just stand there and then sidelight him. But you downlight, it misses, so you should have sidelighted instead. It costs you the stock, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay. There's not much to say when a move just misses, because he's not there to punish it. I know when putting out pressure, like this puts out pressure and it's fine. If he didn't run, he was gonna get hit by it and he can't do anything about it. But then you don't punish this. because you did this instead. So that's not a good punish. Just go in and Sare him at this point, or dare him even. Dare would be good here. This nair is fine. It's kind of iffy, but it's not terrible. The thing is where you put yourself after the nair, you instantly jump instead of touching the wall. You instantly go back up to him, and that's bad. I know he has no dodge, but you are now in a disadvantage just because of where you are. So going back up like this, if it's not with a recovery, because your recovery completely covers you, it wraps you in a hitbox, so you can't be hit like this, you're just going to get hit. You didn't put out a move fast enough, and you didn't take time. That was really good. Good again. You approach a lot with downlight, and it's not a thing you see a lot of orb players do, and I don't think it's bad at all, because it does give you stuff out of it. There, you had downlight there, true. Yeah, that's definitely true if you do it instantly, and you just went down and lighted, that's bad, don't do that. But you survive it, he misses a move, it's really bad, and you punish it, and that's good. That's what we want to see. You go for the downlight, that's good. But I don't know. This is a very opinion-based thing. Sidelight, downlight, and that's what you chose to do. That's fine. Nair him, not this. This is, if you're going to chase dodge, do it instantly. You could chase dodge as soon as your move ends, but you wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 frames. These are 2 dodge startup frames to go up. So you wait 7 frames to dodge, and you can do it instantly. So do it instantly. But yeah, okay, downlight, and you go up. I would have Sared, but that's what I'm saying. This is a very opinion-based thing. I'll show you where you put him if you do Sare here, though. If you Sare here, it sends him about here. You can get the high ground with the platform, or just jumping if you want, and you can dare him. You can control this part of the map. Now he's just choked out off stage. There's a lot to be gained by Saring him to be off stage here. But there is also a lot to be gained if you can actually read off this downlight. But that's just another read, right? So you have to decide which is right for you. That was actually a good Sare. Another thing where it's like, just be slightly higher. Just space it slightly better, and you'll get it next time. That was really bad. You could have died. He could have literally killed you. So I will fix this for you. Okay. This is never a good Lance dodge. And I will tell you why. This is on specifically Lance. Keep this on your head for Lance. You never dodge this way. You never dodge this way against Lance, and this is why. He Sares you. Now you know that that's one of the options. Artemis Ensig hits here. Scarlet Ensig hits here. This Ensig hits here. Vrax Ensig hits here. It's kind of repetitive, isn't it? All the Ensigs hit there. It's not a good dodge, right? That makes sense?
Yeah.
So when you get hit by that, dodge in, and this is, dodging in is usually bad. I'm not going to argue. Lance has nothing to do if you dodge in, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to cover this. They're going to end light again. There's nothing they can do for you to beat when you're here on top of them, because they just dodged in. So you can actually dodge into this move and nothing will happen. And yeah, so, but that's one thing. Okay, you got hit by that Sare. You have your dodge back, and you do the most obvious, the most dangerous dodge possible. A guy is running towards you off stage and you dodge into him. If you dodged up, he couldn't have done anything without jumping, which you could have jumped to. At this point, you're just reacting to each other. So dodging up is one thing. Dodging straight down and then moving to the stage is fine. But you basically just dodged towards him, straight towards him. Even if he didn't dare, he could have Sared again. There's so much stuff he can do from this. And I'm just saying that this dodge in specific was not good for you. Now, look at it in another world. Because if I'm going to be frank with you, this game is over. Dare, Sare is true. He could have gotten the Sare right here if he wanted it. He could have just because of the position you're in, he could have Sared you and you would have died. Not even because it's actually a true combo, just because of the position you're in and it's unavoidable, he could have killed you. Now you go back up with low jumps, he could have killed you again. Honestly, I don't know how you survive this. Oh, he lets you win the game. Okay, that makes better sense. I was so confused because you are dead but he lets you back up. Okay, I will tell you that this is never, ever, ever a recovery you do. Unless you are playing gauntlets, lance, and any other weapon that has a Sarah that moves you to the stage. You just lost yourself the game. You can see you lost yourself the game. I don't have to tell you you lost yourself the game. Even in this game, as it was happening, you knew you lost yourself the game. So don't do this ever again. Especially not on a weapon where you do not pick where the recovery goes. On sword, I could turn the recovery like this and then move it towards stage because I can still control it. Guns, same thing. You do not pick this recovery's movement at all. It goes vertically. That's not vertically. It goes diagonally. It just does. It always does. Axe does too. So I would never recommend an axe player to do that recovery either. It's just not good for you. You have died. The game is ended. But he decides that losing was on the agenda. So he comes to edgeguard you. And then you barely survive. I'm going to give you a little top player tip. Go the other side. You're just way safer. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're on what? Off the top of my head, maybe one jump left. Jump here, recovery here, and you'll barely make it with a dodge, but you will make it. And let me just count your jumps just to make sure, so you don't end up killing yourself next time. So you touch the wall here. Your jumps are back. So he dares you. You honestly have both your jumps because he didn't even knock you off the wall. He knocked you off the wall. You didn't jump back off. So use one here. That's one jump. Your recovery. And then I think you jump again. Yeah, and that shows that you would have lived. You definitely would have lived if you went to the other side. And it doesn't matter. You made it back, so kudos. But next time, you are safe for going to the other side. That was good. Ensig was not. And the reason Ensig was not is mainly because you had time to see that he was throwing out a move. And if as soon as you avoided this move, you got sidelight here. So don't try to punish moves as they are happening. See that the move is happening and then move a bit away so you can come back in range and punish it when it's done. And that's just a tip for literally every single situation ever. That was really bad. This is hard to come back to with axe, especially since you've gone so high. But if you're going to do this, I'm pretty sure you still have recovery. No, you recovered here. Okay, so go all the way out. If you're going to commit like that, you committed your recovery instantly, and you are higher than him now. Go all the way up. You jumped, you recovered, then you fell, then you jumped, and then you had to land. You have to now. You could have still gone to the wall, but it's dangerous against axe because recovery is a circle, and they can hit you and it spikes in every direction. I would not recommend you dodge to the wall, but it is the thing you could have done. It is better than what you do. You land and get sared. That's bad. Wall is bad, but it is better. Now, perfect option is because you have already invested your recovery, there is nothing you can throw at him. When you recover low, it's because you can hit them with recovery above you. You can't do that anymore. You have invested it. So now, don't even let yourself end up low. Jump again, dodge. It opens up a new scenario. Sure, he can recover you if he aims it correctly. It's hard. But it is better than what you did. You have nothing to do here besides land on the map and get hit, which happens. That was misspaced, so I'm not going to look at it. You just missed. Side stick is really bad. Honestly, if, like I'm saying, as a human being, you die, he side sticks you back. Or even he just sidelights recoveries you if it was still true. It's not true anymore, so you wouldn't have died from it, but the point is you would have gone punished. And SIGs are kind of getting greedy now. In red, SIGs are, honestly, in most scenarios, your enemy. It works sometimes, and when it does work, you're like, oh, it worked. But 9 times out of 10, they are your enemy here in red, because now you got punished for it, and you're about to die again. Now you're in another situation where you could die. You have lost this game maybe 4 times over already, in a game where you honestly had the lead till one bad dodge caught you here, put you in a terrible spot, and then you recovered the wrong way. And all of that spiraled into this, into now you are down in damage. You're playing against a character with high defense, high force, high speed. It's hard to kill him as it is. So you need to be at an advantage in damage. That was really bad, but he doesn't do anything about it. That was really bad. He could have just sared you. Like, this is getting to a point where this game, your elo went up, but you should accept this game as a loss. Again, sares you. And then he decides to not dodge at the end once again. So you end up taking the win. But I think you can see why your last stock was full of you throwing the game over and over again.
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Sig is not good, but he does this instead of just walking up and saring you. I'm gonna look at what's good that you did do. This was not one of those good things you did do. You could have died. Sig is bad, but he's to the other side of the map. Honestly, it was kind of bad because he could have beaten you out with that Sarah if he was a bit closer. That was a dangerous side light, just because it caught his dodge, yes, but you started it instantly. As soon as he threw your weapon at you, and high elo, when they throw a weapon at you and you do a move out of it, you die. So this would have killed you. Yeah, you would have died for this. It almost catches his dodge here, so whatever. And this was a good recovery. It's too close for comfort, as this doesn't hit him, and I'm gonna be frank with you, it doesn't. It touches his hat at the end, so okay, fine. But yeah, you could have gone a bit closer with this, just being real. In another game, this slightly misses and then he sares you and you die. But the idea of that recovery was good, just be closer next time. Sig was so awful. Like, it's so insanely awful. I need to make that clear to you, that this was so bad. Because of where you are, he just jumps. It just doesn't make sense, so don't do that. He could have killed you, decides not to, and then you kill him, and that's the game. Yeah, your last stock was messy. It all spiraled off from one play, and you realistically lost the game off that play. And that's something that happens sometimes. Sometimes you lose a game off of one mistake. Literally one mistake costs you the game, and you go, okay, what am I thinking? What do I do now? That game is over, and it was because I messed up at one part. It wasn't like, oh, I kept getting outplayed at every turn. I played well till I didn't, and when I didn't, it cost me the game, right? And yeah, that happens sometimes. You can't really coach that. You can't really fix that. It happens. It still happens to me. You just get up from it and you keep playing. That game, you didn't really get up from that mistake. I'm going to look at it again even though it's over. You played the rest of the stock very poorly after that mistake. Even though, like, yeah, it puts him in a position where it puts you in a lead. But you could have kept carrying on. You're playing too fast now. And you're hitting him barely. I think this is where it happens. Yeah, bad dodge, and now you kill yourself. He lets you live. And then, now the damage has been slightly evened up because of everything that happened. And now you're just getting hit a lot. A lot. It's not good for you. You're not in a good spot anymore. So, when a mistake like that does happen, I think the best thing to do is to completely stop what's happening. Completely stop playing and restart the game. Go back to neutral and go from square one. You never gave, in that entire thing we watched, that happened in about 30 seconds. You got hit 6 times in 30 seconds without ever stopping to reset, and that is never good for you. So when you are losing, stop and think about how to win. Do not just keep losing. And that's what you did there. That's the best way I can put that for you. You kept losing. Okay?
Yep.
Next game is against Mordex. This is a very long first stock, but you end up just fucking with this guy, so. He doesn't do anything, and that's fine. Take the weapon, he hits you. That wasn't even bad, it's not what we're talking about. Okay, that was fine. I guess it worked. Side light. This is just like another opening. It's a new game, so it's not the same read as before. But side light, GC side light works there. Side light. That would have worked if he dodged in, I guess. It's just like anything you could do, obviously, so it's not a thing to say. You're missing hits you could have, like that. That was a hit you could confirm for yourself, so don't miss it, basically. That too. The side light was confirmed for you because of the way he sared beforehand, and you just miss like slightly, and it's fine. You know what wouldn't have missed there? and light, so you could have also decided what to do. There, you could have dared. You're just missing, and there not only are there better moves, but you are missing the ones you're going for. So work on that. You died again in one instance, just something that happened. So not even gonna comment on it so fast. This game is being played very fast. Not bad. This guy wakes up, and it wasn't a bad wake up, but you just did something that beat it out, and that's good. So not gonna comment on that either. Nair, but then you don't follow up. You just dodge towards him, and then don't do anything. Yeah, see, you just don't do anything. It just doesn't happen. Why doesn't it happen? Why do you nair him and then do nothing? I can't explain it. You probably can't explain it. He has no dodge, dash, and sig. If you want, like really, you could have done anything and you did nothing. So it's not good. Don't do nothing. Nice try. That was actually not bad for me. Too many sigs come out, and that was probably supposed to be a ground pound. I won't question it, but too many sigs definitely come out. Good edge guard, solid. Just wait for the dodge to the wall, and you get it. You die here. Okay. Let me look at this. Okay, so right here, you get sidelighted, you return to map, and with a dare, he's nowhere near you. So this on its own, don't do this, doesn't make sense. Maybe you thought he'd keep going at you, but you don't have to think about that. You can see it. You can see him continuing onto you, and then you can dare. But if you're just going to dare nothing, you're going to get fucked. The dare didn't kill you, but it put you in a position to where you're trying to get back on your feet because you just came out of the dare's recovery frames, and what you do is jump and then get side so you don't dodge or anything, you just jump. So be more careful. Don't just dare when you see nothing is in front of you. A lot of chip on gauntlets, so it's like you hit him, and then if you get the correct read, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I think you could have gotten the correct read there, because it's what he did before. It's the exact same thing, so just sidelight again. Center the wall, nair, go to the other side. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. So you follow him over, and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. He has everything back. That dare was really dangerous, and you could have died. Oh, he kills himself. Okay, that dare was really bad. Don't do that dare. You kind of just dare nothing. You can dare him like moving into you, but just daring like that, where there's nothing there, is just gonna kill you. Realistically, the only thing you can do this with, if you're just going to straight go down there, is a ground pound, because the ground pound would cover the same thing, but wouldn't just like send you straight down. Your ground pound is slower than your dare. With dare, it carries your momentum, and you see how far you fall. If he was playing, well, if he was better, he would have just killed you. And he does get it, but okay, he dodges back up and then kills himself. That's a ground pound into a Sare or a dare, and you die. You don't get to make it back to stage because you killed yourself. And you kill yourself a lot, but it doesn't really matter most of the time because they just let you live. I guess I just noticed you killing yourself more because I would actually take advantage of it. So that was a recovery, but you don't nair enough, and you really should because that nair is really broken. Like there, a nair would have hit him just as much as the recovery hit him, except that the nair would have let you hit him 4 more times with more nairs. You know what I'm saying about that?
Yeah, I know I don't nair enough on orb. That's something I need to be more aware of for sure.
You want to use this?
Yeah.
You have to call the school.
Okay. I mean, this guy just, again, like, that was good. That was actually good there from you. And you could have one-upped it by actually going to kill him after. You could have kept the pressure going. The thing is, he just kills himself, so I can't really, like, show you why you could have kept going. If he actually tried to go back to stage, I can. But this guy just straight up, flat out kills himself after. Like, he did what you did in the first game. You recovery away from the map with a recovery that forces you in one direction. Doesn't really make sense. It's not going to do anything for you, so... solid, I guess. The dare was actually really good. So, based on what Scythe does and what angles you hold and they hold, the dare comes out. It wasn't a bad dare at all. And then kills himself. But you could have went forward, dared the wall, sared him. If you wanted to go down, a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter because he killed himself. Okay. Didn't want to look at this one, and these are all Qatar games, but you want to see this one. So we'll move right into this one. And this guy you said was slightly higher than you in rank, so... Well, it's noticeably higher than you said. Okay, right there. A dodge for no reason at the start. I didn't look at the weapon opening, which I will do right now. Hit him. I mean, he just wasted his dodge in the air. Just go hit him. So, that's one thing. He does this after, so you still had a chance. I don't understand what this is, so I'm not gonna even comment. It's just not a thing. It doesn't exist. You don't do anything with that, so don't do that next time. Oh wait, do you have pickup with light attack on? It looks like you're just trying to pick up the weapon. But that's
I have it off.
Okay, well then you just nared nothing, so don't. That was kind of weird. But yeah, you could have hit him. After you nair nothing, you dodge into him. He could have done 30 something damage to you there, but he just decides not to for fun. That's fine. He misses a bit of moves. You hit him. That was good. That was all actually really good. The dodge and then the right again. This was kind of a free move towards him, and it's not terrible. Because you're just like, you're going towards him, right? But what are you going to do? You now dodged for no reason again. I'm not going to pretend I didn't see it. You dodged for no reason again. So you now dodged for no reason. You have gone towards him and landed, and now you want to throw out a move. Looks like sidelight. Can I assume you want to throw out sidelight here? If you were here, would you throw out sidelight?
I was actually going to D-light here, but then...
Okay.
The end light happens.
You're not in a spacing to do anything, basically, is my point, though. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
So don't just run towards him. You've not... First of all, you've wasted your dodge, so it's just bad in general. But you should be playing above him, not in front of him. In front of him, you're going to get out-prioritized unless you can catch him quickly with downlight, and you can't do that with the situation you're in. He has too much space given to him. He, like, you see, he has room to work with, that's all. That's the problem why you can't D-Light here. This D-Light wouldn't even hit him. By the time you're close enough to hit him, the end light is out. Above him is something else. It's a different universe, so we can't talk about it too much, but I would say go above him rather than run up to him. Running up to Axe will never work because of end light. Okay, I mean, you do the GC downlight, it's good. You don't do anything, and that's bad. So I'm not even gonna, you know why that's bad. Do you know how to do downlight there and stuff?
Yes, I do. That was a huge misinput for me. I kind of had the controller slip out of my hands at that moment.
All right.
I know how to do the GC downlight nair combo.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it just fine, but for some reason, just like in these replays, I don't really do it too often.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you don't GC downlight too often on these replays. You just don't go for it. So.
Yeah.
The point isn't that you missed. It doesn't matter that you missed anymore. The game ended. The point is next time you will do the correct thing. So GC downlight more in general, but also GC downlight nair is your friend here. It's only gonna help you. So continue on. Downlight there, good. There's I don't really care because I don't play gauntlets and I'm not gonna push the gauntlet meta. This is what everyone does. Boomie says downlight end light is better. He says downlight nair on the ground. I don't think anyone that isn't 2800 is going to do downlight nair on the ground. That is a one frame input. You have to do it perfectly. No one's gonna get that. But it is a thing. Downlight end light is true on the ground. Downlight recovery also works. He believes that there's way better things to do. I personally never do downlight there because I think downlight sidelight is 50 times better. Downlight sidelight, you do it, and now you're waiting. Not only are they above you, which is always better for you, they're usually going to dodge, and then you punish that dodge with more. You do this, and then nothing really happens because they're too far from you. It's on a string move. But yeah, that's just our opinions and looks on what downlight should be followed up into. So yeah. Oh, so continuing on. He decides that you don't punish that. That's really bad. Punish that, please. Just sidelight. Sidelight, nair, GC, downlight, recovery. Sidelight, recovery. Do whatever you want, but hit him. You are too slow on it because you are facing the wrong way and it is a backdash. And that's exactly why you just backdash into him. So unlucky, but for next time. That GC downlight was fine. I think you want to do this every single time because this is the second time you've done it and it's been slow both times. I'm not even gonna say don't do it because that's not the problem. The problem is you're slow. You would have gotten punished anyway, but you still are slow. I'm not gonna tell you not to do a combo that works. I'm gonna tell you to do the combo faster and input it perfectly. You're not inputting it perfectly. That's it. You get hit by a bad sig here. Yeah, as you can see, why you should not have gone hit by that. Just be a bit more better on your spacing. Get further off the wall or land on the wall and then go around him. But moving into the sig is bad. You don't really want to get hit by him here, so you just jump around him. That's fine. Nothing is happening here is wrong. Okay, good punish. You need to go for the grounded punishes more with sidelight because it's just more damage you're missing out on. Slightly missed your movement on the wall there, so it did not hit him with your Sair like that because you weren't counting your jumps, but that's something that you could have gone. The Nair is good, the Sair is greedy and almost got you hit. There you could have sidelighted instead of endlighted because there he was still in recovery anyway. Honestly, the sunlight's fine. I'm not going to complain too much about it, but sidelight would have been... Honestly, never mind. It does the same thing. It puts him upwards and sends him far. You're not gonna follow up anyway. It's just more damage, I guess. Sair is perfect. Solid stuff, actually. The stock was really good coming back into it. Even from here, this is the only bad thing, and that's because you're not counting your jumps. So count your jumps, and then you hit that. But you get the Nair anyway. You fall on him with Nair. That is good. Always do this. This is amazing. You could have fallen on him with Sair too. Both of those are really good. And then... nothing really is hitting you. That could have been punished. You punish that, and then you get a solid edge guard. That's good. You're not too far behind. Petra is a character that I don't think would want to ever be behind just because of the nature of her weapons. Her weapons move towards you a lot, so you being behind is bad for you always. Recovery dare, and I can show you what that looks like. I think you know what that looks like. You just sidelight, and then you recovery and dare, and it's whatever. It's not very hard. Things like that all exist because it's just like you got the dodge, and this is a lot of stuff you're missing when you get the dodge. You get the dodge, and most of the times I don't see you do anything with it, and that's no bueno. You can't do that. If you're gonna hit this recovery, you can get the dare after, and he won't be able to move out the way. Almost, and I'm not even doing it in a good time at all. So, and this is what that was a. I'll just have it dodge down. So it dodges down. Oops, that's too high. Okay, I'll have it neutral dodge because it basically serves the same purpose. So you sidelight, you sidelight, you get the dodge, and then jump there, and it will always hit if they have no dodge. They can't really avoid it unless you go too high like that, which you didn't. Like almost every single time this will work. So if you're ever gonna hit recovery like that, I didn't jump there as you saw. Instantly jump there, and it's just a solid thing. And if you want to one-up it, you get this, and then you get that too. It's whatever you want. The thing with that nair is you're not going to get anything after it. You see, there's just nothing. It can put them in a position where you can go down if you really want, but that jump there is just confirmed damage, and it's better damage if you really want to do something after this, and it exists. So it's actually really good. Because even after that, the dare basically, and this is the thing with their nair, is they're at 12 damage, and then the dare is 15 damage. That's 3 more damage, and if you're looking at it, it puts them in the same position. That's the nair, and it sends them at an angle. Oops, sorry. That's the nair, and it sends them at that angle. That's the dare, sends them the same angle, sends them to the same place. You do the same thing, okay? But yeah, that's just a little tidbit, because I always like to go into training after. Punish, you get that, and then yeah, you could have dared, but that's besides us. You stare, that's fine. Downlight the wrong way, looks like a misinput, looks like you're pressing buttons too fast, which you are. You looks like you wanted to go off stage and dare him there. That's also really risky. I don't like what you wanted to do, but what you wanted to do is also not what happened. It's good. I like the speed at which you play is the speed that I would play if I was playing this guy. You're playing fast, and that's fine. The thing is, when you play fast, you have to know what they are going to do. And think about that. You cannot play this fast and be missing all your moves, which is what you were doing. Does that make sense? Do you see yourself doing that? You play fast, and that's fine. You're not supposed to play slow. The game's not slow. But you miss a lot of moves while you're playing fast. That means you have to play slower so you can hit them. You just have to. You're not at the point where you're going to land everything and you're going to be playing like a speed demon and land every move. It's just not going to happen. If I was into this guy, I would play fast too. The game would end in 2 minutes too, but I would actually be hitting every single move I land, I throw out. You miss a lot of them. And that's just the difference. It's just something that's different. That's something you're going to notice. He wakes up here. I don't like wake ups, so, and they're not like a common thing that you see, so there's nothing to do. But once again, you really kill yourself. He doesn't kill you, but you do kill yourself. You miss slightly there again, like that's what I'm talking about. Once again, you just miss slightly, and it's because you're inputting too fast. Give yourself time. You're not going to do this perfectly because you are not perfect. The better you get, the more perfect you will be, and you will actually hit that, but you miss it because you're too fast. You get what I'm saying? And that's like, you're not even bad or anything, you're too fast. Give yourself some time to actually input the moves. That was awful. Don't ever do that. That didn't even make sense. This is basically, like, it just doesn't do anything. It's weird. I get that if they're like white and closer, but this is obviously going to bounce them very far. GC Ensig is not bad here. GC Ensig is the only thing you can really GC here. You can also jump stare him. You can go up higher to get high ground on this dodge, whatever you want, but this is not it. Don't do that. You need to reset your jumps. You're just gonna go up. You see, you have one jump left, and you just use it. I said you people because I coach a bunch of people, but you all of them, everyone, recovers too fast, and you're not. I don't even think you know how many jumps you have left as you're recovering. You have one. You stare back, and then you jump towards the map with one jump, and no dodge because you just use it here. Your dodge should be up like by the time this has already hit you. Realistically, you need to touch the wall. You'll be able to get on the wall and off the wall in one frame. You only need to be on the wall for one frame to get your dodge back, so you can touch it and get off it. This will never hit you. It's fine. But you just went back on stage with only one jump left available to you. It cost you your stock. And then this stock looks like it went really bad for you because by the end of it, you are in red, when in reality, the stock started off with you basically even. This is... You nared nothing. I'm not saying that don't nair, I'm saying that you nared nothing. You can go up and falling nair him. So you're actually on his body, but you didn't let your momentum start falling, you just nair. Then you spot dodge, and that's whatever, and you get hit multiple times. Once again, you're putting out too many moves, and I can tell you're putting out too many moves because you recovery way too late. So you aren't hitting anything, and that's all I mean by you're putting out too many moves. You could have recovered way earlier if the point was to get your jumps back, but you let yourself fall again. And we looked at it at the first game where you just let yourself fall into the guy before you decide to get out of it. You let yourself fall into this guy again without actually doing much about it, right? And that's not good for you. Not really an edge guard that could possibly hit him, mainly because of where you have to stand for orb. So that dare was never going to hit unless he just jumped into it. Don't think you should have gone for it. Think you should have gone off stage if you really wanted to edge guard him. And I haven't seen you... I see you go off stage, so it's fine. You do go off stage when you think you have something there, and that's good. Then you get hit again here, and I didn't really like it. That's really bad. You wait. Yeah, that wake up was just like sloppy, and it's like it looks like you're just waking up to wake up. You shouldn't do stuff like that. Dare was good. The dare was actually really nice. That was unfortunate. I'm not gonna scold you too much on that. And then you're moving into him too much. You get hit, and then your initial reaction is to not only did you dodge for no reason, but you dodged into him above for no reason. That's not gonna slide, is it? Okay, that was fine. It wasn't, but it was whatever. Recovery comes out at you, and then you float against Axe, and there's not much to tell you here. This entire stock was just you getting hit a lot and you hitting too much, to the point where you basically were already dead by the time you killed him. I will tell you how you could have even at least given yourself a chance to bring this back. You could have not dared this platform, you could have dared him instead, but that's just probably a misinput, misspacing, blah blah blah, a bunch of stuff. Fine. You get recovered. Okay. He picks up Axe, and you float, you hover. That is going to get you killed. You cannot do that against Axe. You can't do this against Bow. You can't do this against most of the weapons. You need to get back on the ground, where the only options he has to kill you are Sigs, which you can react to and avoid, Sare, and recovery only hits above him. So you get what I'm saying? If you stay on the ground versus this weapon, he will have to build more damage and force you to die, or he will have to Sare you, which you can, at least you can tell. You can tell he needs to Sare, because that is all he can do. Is Dare gonna kill you on the map?
No.
It's not. Sidelight won't kill you. It'll send you into Nair, and that's a true combo, but it won't kill you. Endlight will kill you at 200 damage, which you're not at yet. So you don't have anything to worry about on the ground, at least, against Sare, which we have seen you punish multiple times, which you can react to. This, that. Sare is the only thing he has to take you out, and it's something you can deal with at least. You can bring damage back into your favor. But jumping, around him is not going to work out for you. Because in the air, it opens up the game a lot more for him. Now he gets to Sare you without threat on him, because when he Sares on the ground, you can walk up and punish it. When he Sares in the air, you can't really do anything. Now, if you're also in the air, he also has recovery. Now you've given him another kill option. Does that make sense? And that's the thing on every weapon. Look at the weapon's kill options and what they can actually kill you with. Orb, Sidelight, Sare kills you. Sare kills you. Recovery kills you. Nair doesn't kill you. Dare won't kill you on the map. Stuff won't kill you on the map. Endlight will kill you at 200 damage. You get that? Weapons have kill options. When they don't have those kill options anymore, When you remove a kill option, you're able to do whatever you want. You can actually catch back up. Spear has Sarah on the ground. Nothing else on the ground on Spear will kill you. So stop jumping against Spear, because if you jump against Spear, now you're dodging recovery. Now you're dodging downlight into Sarah. Now you're dodging Sarah in general, and you can't punish the ground. You can't punish the Sarah like you can punish the grounded Sarah. You have to keep track of kill options. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just in general. I just showed you what you have to do against Axe, but in general, that's a thing. And we're 1 hour 14 in, but I would still want to show you. So the best example I can get of a top player playing Petra is probably just Boomies from Low Tier City. I'm sure since you love Petra so much, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably have seen it and not cared too much about it, besides just like watching a cool person play Petra. So we're gonna look at it at Low Tier City, and we're only gonna look at one game, obviously. And this is gonna be one of those things where I brought it out before. The speed difference
That is
of Boomie playing versus you playing is not different. He plays fast too. You play fast too. He actually hits his moves, however. This is a loss. I think he
right
loses, but
into
it's
it.
fine.
You see the winners
So
above
Sarah, and then he
Boomie's
follows
name. You
up
see
with
the
the
losers.
and that's just a normal combo, right? That's just him going on with it. This orb is new and it's gone patched, obviously. But look at this, and this is something I keep telling you need to do, but you're not doing. So we'll go back a bit. Recoveries, whatever. This is where it becomes like, this is the kit. He nares, and he nares again. And honestly, he could have nared again. He just went for the recovery to end the entire situation, but he could have nared again. You can nair so many times, and that's something that's really strong. He dies here because he messed up. Obviously, your opponents aren't Sandstorm, but if you watch what Boomie is doing, and it's clear what Boomie is doing, that wake up is not a bad wake up, but it is a bad wake up when you get to this level. And that's a thing. Like, yes, I understand not everything he does is working. He's playing against someone way better than the people you're playing against that they're going, but this stuff, he does it because it has worked before, and it works commonly. And who does Boomie practice against? Who does he queue into? They're all 2800. They're all high level players. So if he's doing that, it's worked against another high level player, and now he's doing it against the best player. It's not going to work because this player is just that much better than them. But that means you could do it in your games, and it would probably work, right?
Yeah.
That NSIG was good. You go in forward to cover, and you do that too, so it's fine. He's doing a bad job of recovering here, and this is what I mean by playing too fast. I already explained to you how Petra needs to be in an advantage, a lead. He's not in a lead, and you see how he has to keep moving forward to get back into favor in this game. It's not working for him. He's going back in, and he's taking too much damage now. Now Sandstorm is going to edgeguard him, and it's going to work because he's so far behind when it comes to that he gets hit again. And this game, honestly, is just a highlight of Boomie doing really bad things. Earlier in the tournament, he wins with Petra, and we probably should have looked at that, but I'm not gonna go find it. And that is honestly just a better game for you to look at him winning with Petra and what he does to win with Petra. That was fine. Now, and this is just what's going to happen if you are behind on these weapons. Sandstorm has resulted to not moving at all and just waiting Boomie out because you see Boomie has to keep moving towards him. Every move you do on these weapons is towards someone. You cannot find yourself behind. You need that lead. If you are playing from behind, you will not enjoy yourself. He goes for that read, like I said. Gauntlets at high level are not about reading, they're about reacting. He sidelights and then waits for the dodge before your recoveries, and that's just the reaction, and that's what it's going to be. He wakes up again. It's a bad wake up. Now he's getting greedy with them. Now Sandstorm has seen he's woken up so many times. He can't keep waking up. And just because he is feeding this game, I will look at another one, just because I think we should. That game was too fast. So dodge is fine, punishes it, and then again, even like that's why I think sidelight is so strong. Even though, like he gets the sideline and doesn't read him, he's in so much better of a position than Sandstorm. And Sandstorm has to watch out. If Boomie wasn't throwing out sidelights blank, he wouldn't have actually gotten hit there. Downlight there, he stopped doing that recently, like I said. Recovery again, and now you can see what gauntlets actually look like. You're putting out moves and you're putting out pressure. You keep moving towards the person, that's fine. You cannot afford to be behind. That's really bad for Boomie. The dare like that doesn't get anything done. It's not good for him. He's going to get punished for it. So don't do dares like that. Blank dares are not good. Unarmed is unarmed. It's whatever. That nair, again. Catch. If they're in the air and you are below them, you're going to nair. And it's going to be so good. It's literally... And not to mention, in ranked, especially around the elo you are and a bit higher or lower than that, people just jump a lot for no reason. And the person I coached like yesterday was a person that jumped all the time so much. He was so high in the air and he got punished for it a lot. And people that jump, you're just going to nair them all the time. Nair is good in high elo, and it is honestly just even better for your purposes, because people are going to jump for no reason, and then you get stuff like that. Yeah, jump Sarah, just keep moving. If you do anything on the ground, you get punished, but jump Sarah catches him and lets you keep going past him. He doesn't recovery as easy here, but you can still see what I'm talking about, where it's like, go to the wall first. If you don't go to the wall first, then you're going with no jumps, and Sandstorm still edge guards him, still punishes him, because Sandstorm is better than the people you're playing against. The people you're playing against are not going to do those things. You're going to reset your jumps, and then you're going to go around them for free. They're not going to do anything. Weapon starving him, like I mentioned to you earlier. There's no reason to not weapon starve someone, because no matter what, if they're on a weapon with you there, they're just going to be able to pick it up. Now, he's trying to play Petra to Petra's best ability here. He has a lead, so he's just trying to do what he can to extend it. He just wants to go on stage here, but he can't really do it. Mainly because he fucked up, but if he really wanted to go on stage, he could have there. Okay. That's fine. That's just unarmed stuff. I'm not going to talk too much about unarmed because every character has unarmed. But that was an edge guard. You saw he took what was his and he went down there to extend it, and it wasn't really any danger to him. So try to extend your leads. I don't really like Petra's SIGs. They leave her really open. I like the SIGs. They're strong SIGs, but throwing them out just like in neutral, I will never be okay with. I think that's really bad to throw out SIGs in neutral. You did it a lot, and you either got punished a lot or you were too far from them, and you could have been punished still. So be careful with your SIGs. I'm not going to teach you how to use your own SIGs, but you need to be more smart. Like, that was a smart SIG. That actually made sense. But throwing out a SIG from across the map on someone jumping and who was able to jump from you is not really smart. It's not something you do. That was really bad from him. He woke up, and when someone spawns on you, you need to give them that space, because what do they have? They have, like, 5 seconds where they can't be hit, but they can hit you. So just give up the map to that person respawning, and then go back in to punish them while they're unarmed. Because as soon as they pick up a weapon, then it'll be back. But you starve the weapons anyway, so they won't have one to pick up. Like, Sandstorm is starving the weapons here, while Boomie is invincible. That way, when Boomie's invincibility ends, he still has no weapon. Side light comes out, it's whatever. Goes off stage. The Nair picks up barely. And then he doesn't have a read. There's no read here. You react to it. He waits for Sandstorm to dodge. He stays under him, and he's waiting for it, and then he gets it. He doesn't punish it, because obviously you're not going to get every reaction. It's hard. It's really hard. I'm not going to, like, pretend that it's easy. It's really hard. So a lot of the times you're going to end up missing and not doing anything, but 9 times out of 10, your read's not just not going to work unless it is guaranteed. You have to have guaranteed stuff to go for reads. You're better off reacting to a lot of stuff. That GC downlight was really good. If you didn't see it, it was a GC downlight right here. That wasn't a grounded downlight. And at this point, he starts carrying up, and that's really good. See, that's something I told you earlier, and you did earlier. You sidelight, and then you wait a bit, and then you recover because they're going to dodge. At this point, he needs to close the stock. He still goes for the nairs. The nairs are good, and the sidelights are good too. You see how he just puts out moves on Sandstorm around him. That's fine. They're still playing fast. This game isn't longer than your games. They're still playing at your speed, but they're making better decisions. They're making them faster. They're covering their mistakes. You see that? That's something fast. That happened before, like, and then he walks up with the SIG. And everything is solid. This SIG is beautiful. And I've seen you go for N6s, but you don't go for them like this. You just go for N6s. He goes for this N6 because Sandstorm throws the weapon, and that's when the N6 starts, because he threw the weapon, and you're punishing the weapon throw over anything. After the weapon throw, he just falls straight down, because the weapon throw is to allow him to fall straight down, but the angle that Petra's N6 covers will not do anything about that. So that's really good, and that's something you should work on. And yeah, So that's about all we have to look at here. If I had to pull out some things for you, I would say slow down so you can make decisions better for yourself. Work on reacting rather than reading. Obviously, you keep track of what people are saying. I mean, you keep track of what people are doing. That way you can actually punish what you know they're going to do. That's when you start reading, right? The first guy didn't dodge often, and when he did dodge, it was to the left. You have that down. Now you can start actually reading rather than reacting. But as you go higher, people start switching up their dodges a lot. Now you have to react. You won't get to read because they're not going to do the same thing, okay?
Okay.
Slow it down as you keep going. Like, I can see when you get frustrated. You start throwing out SIGs. You start trying to force KOs. It's not going to happen. You have to slow it down. You have to actually think about what you're going to do. I know Petra is a fast character. I know Petra wants to be in the lead. You know that now, too. So you have to end these stocks when you can. But you spamming SIGs, you spamming Nairs, spamming Sarah, spamming light attacks, out of hit stun, too, is not going to do that for you. You have to slow it down. You have to actually move into them and throw out the moves. Ground control is important. You are not a person that jumps a lot. That's fine. You don't need to be jumping, and that's good. Don't spam your jumps. That's stupid. But what you don't do is use the ground that you have. You have the ground. They are in the air. Now go juggle them. And like I said, that position with the Algrim, which you can watch back in this video later if you need to, where he was diagonal to you and then dodged and then jumped, and you had everything and you just did nothing. That will not fly. That will not slide. You are missing out on so much free damage because you will not move forward and take what is yours. And those are all I have to talk about. Another thing is killing yourself off stage. I respect people going off stage, even though when they're not perfect at it. You should go off stage. You will not learn to play off stage if you... Excuse me. You will not learn to play off stage if you do not try, and that's fine. So you going off stage is good. You killing yourself is good. You killed yourself, so what? That's minus 10 elo. Cool. Not 10. Oh, well, for me it'd be like minus 50, but you get the point. You lost some games. Okay, fine. You only get better, and you will only get better from going off stage. So it's good you're going off stage. I will say stop killing yourself, though, and you will get better as you keep doing it. But, yeah. Yeah, it is noticeable how many times you kill yourself. And unless you have any questions for me, so this is your time to ask anything you want me to look at, even if it's just on Petra in general. So.
No, nothing in particular. I mean, you said everything perfectly as far as what I need to work on. And I'm quite aware of a lot of the things, like just not juggling, just doing nothing, just running into my opponents.
Yeah.
And even in the games that you don't have there are I know I kill myself quite often. Actually, the two of the other replays in there, I just straight up killed myself. I just followed and accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
So I know that is something I definitely have quite the issue on. And I don't keep track of my jumps enough. I mean, that's pretty clear. It was definitely nice having someone like you look at it and be able to actually tell me what it is I'm doing wrong. Because just me looking at it,
you're not gonna pick everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the entire point of coaching is not obviously me telling you these things. You're not gonna get better instantly. You're not gonna fix it instantly, and that's not the goal here. The goal here is that now you can go in and look at them at yourself, and you know what you're looking for. You know what to fix. So
yeah,
hopefully I've gotten you to that point, and hopefully that helped.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely helped a lot. Now it's just a matter of putting it into action.
All right, I'm gonna end this YouTube video. And like I said, that'll be up. You can watch it if you need to. You said it was okay if this is public, so that's gonna probably be public then. And yeah.